Start your season with recommended settings. If you wish to change roles or adjust options, use the tiles on the left. Start your week by installing your game plan.
Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is...
Now! 180! 180, we're good! 180,
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down.
Quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. Carr now on first down. And finding the tight end, Wilson. A gain of 6 there on first. Well, Wilson gives Oakland a veteran option at tight end. Remember, they had Jared Cook last year. He's now in New Orleans. But Wilson, 5 years in Seattle, then 1 in Detroit before the native of Windsor, Canada, signed with Oakland back in March. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And he won't get much. Maybe a couple down inside the 35 to the 34. And this is a guy straight out of college. They're not going to try to groom for a year or two. They want him to produce right away.
That's why they took him in the first round. They expect him to be a starter right away and a future all-pro. So they don't have any time to wait for him to come along. They want him to play right now to help this team.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago. Really, it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts, all came together. They evaluated it very well.
Mike down. We're good.
Carr now on first down. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Carr. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 44-yard line. And, you know, he may not have the franchise tag, but I bet they're relieved to have that deal done, keep him around.
And he's a good guy, a valuable player to them, and they wanted to make sure they had him around. Good team chemistry.
Partner, a great game that we got to see. Once you're ready, go ahead and select Advance Week to get to your next game. Start the regular season by selecting your season goal. Meeting your season goal comes with higher rewards, but also higher risk. Start your week by installing your game plan. This is the player. This is your development trait. Superstar.
One time for the old time.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Hey, we're good. Right, 85.
Rush in.
Right down.
Get wide.
Now they'll throw with Carr. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And as a first-rounder, a lot of eyes on him, a lot of expectations.
And he has to play well in his rookie year. Those days of coddling guys and bringing them along slowly, those days are long gone. When you're drafted in the first round, they expect you to play right away. And the community's eyes and fan base, they'll be on you the entire way.
Right down. Right, 80.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Second and 6, just inside the 30. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now they'll run it on the toss. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And that's knocked away and incomplete. The former first-round pick, Kareem Jackson, there defending.
Down. Blue 80.
47's the mic. Yeah. You don't want none. Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. It's our field. Hey, it's our field.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Right back to him on 1st down. Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
So we have reached. All right, we will.
Right down. 180.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Check, 47. Coming to you, coming to you.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Shedding the tackle. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. Hate to say it, but that play typifies what we've seen from this offense all game long.
Yeah, don't you think maybe you flip over your play sheet as the offensive coordinator and see the side that says try something different? You know, because this has not worked all game long. They continue to try and get it done. They've got to come up with something a little bit different. Try something special, something they haven't seen.
Anything to score a point. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 30. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
From the 25 on second down, Carr looking for his running back, and he's got him. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to bring up a third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings...
Down. 180.
Check, 47. I got it.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy, sometimes having to hang out all day and put... doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds, right around the 7. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Do you think after that last run they're thinking to themselves, we had to wait all day to play this night game, and we're still not able to run the ball the way we want to?
Yeah, this defense, they've risen to the challenge all evening long.
Raider 2.
On second and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
Monday, down. Blue 80. Here we go. Let's bring it. That's Blue 80.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile. Stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And shutting him off, now open field. A gain there of 30 big ones. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that, but I think that they were right about this one.
Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
29. White Monday, down. That's right. Go Chiefs. Hey, 7:34. Purdue. White Monday.
Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. Now they'll run it on the toss. Running right through it. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Well, unless there's a postseason meeting later in the year, this is most likely the final time that the Broncos and Raiders will play in Oakland. Of course, so much history between the two since their inaugural season in the AFL back in 1960. Broncos and Raiders, they've been locked together in the same division, facing off twice a season. And this rivalry also stands as the most common pairing for Monday night games like we have here, 18 times, the most of any 2 teams. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner.
Hey, Monday, down. Blue 80. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Denver, it'll be a happy trip home as they start the season. Start your week by installing your game plan.
Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA.
Time to go, night. Watch left, watch left, watch left. Stop.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 23 carries, 78 yards.
Are we playing old school football now? We've got the top 10 rusher in the league. He's sitting at number 10, but he has a chance to move up with a big-time game. So expect that offensive line every time they go to the bench and tell the offensive coordinator, let's run the football.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's on the Raiders' big money man, the free agent tackle Trent Brown. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Throwing now is Carr. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to make it 4.
Now.
Check.
180. We're good. 180. That's it.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. And this is a guy straight out of college. They're not going to try to groom for a year or two. They want him to produce right away.
That's why they took him in the first round. They expect him to be a starter right away and a future all-pro. So they don't have any time to wait for him to come along. They want him to play right now to help this team.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago. Really, it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts, it all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they'll run it on the toss. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Carr now to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 42. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 42-yard line. Now Carr. And he's got his tight end. This is Luke Wilson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On third and long, it's Carr. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. Second quarter from Oakland, the homestanding Raiders with the football here, as they'll start with a 1st and 10 at their own 20. On first down, Carr. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. To throw, it's Carr. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Raiders on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now they'll run it on the toss. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so.
Down. 280.
50's the most.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Sunday, down. 12 jumbo. 280. Express.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Express.
Here we go. Sponge.
Express. Ready one.
Hey, watch it, watch it.
5 down.
Crunch.
Push it.
Throwing on third and long. Carr is going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Now a second timeout called for by the defense.
Check.
What down? 180.
Check. 53's Mike.
Watch the run. Express.
Let's go.
That's it.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. The final shot here before half for Carr. Caught here by Griffin. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yard.
50's the mic. 50's the mic. I hope he's right.
Back near his goal line. Here's Carr. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Carr. Griffin's got it, middle of the field. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 32-yard line. Now Carr, incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Carr got his man. It's Williams. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
It's first.
Check my 50. What's the run? They're running it.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Carr, and a completion to Wilson. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 15-yard line. For these Raiders and quarterback Derek Carr, the Chiefs, they have been their kryptonite in the AFC West. With Derek Carr as a starter, just 2-8 against KC, 2-6 before Mahomes became the starter. Well, the road not likely to get any easier anytime soon. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen this a few times in this game. That offensive line just, I don't know if you want to call it out physical, out tough, whatever you want to use.
And what people do when that is happening, when they're getting dominated that way, they spread things out a little bit, make it more of a space game, and allow your skill position players to make a few plays out in open field, take away the physical element.
Monday, down. 280.
He's crashing.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him a 1st down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Darren Lee there to get him down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 15. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up.
Monday, down. New ladies.
Mike, number 53. Mike.
Express.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
We do it.
On 1st down, Carr. It's complete to Williams. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he's going to take this one back to the 30s.
Down. 180.
53. Mike. Check.
New ladies. Check.
On 1st and 10, Carr caught by Wilson. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 61 yards. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Here's Carr to throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown. So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we
start your week by installing your game plan. the toss. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. To throw is Carr. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. And as a first-rounder, a lot of eyes on him, a lot of expectations.
And he has to play well in his rookie year. Those days of coddling guys and bringing them along slowly, those days are long gone. When you're drafted in the first round, they expect you to play right away. And the community's eyes and fan base, they'll be on you the entire way.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
Carr now on first down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be second down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10. Again, they'll throw with Carr. Wilson's got it complete. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. The numbers for him from a week ago: 3 catches, 109 yards.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that he's off to a hot start here in this first month, and those are the kind of performances you expect to see going forward.
Carr completes it, and getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A 3-yard loss.
Mike.
Check 24. Check 24.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score. He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Yeah, he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him.
Get him, boys! What now? 180?
Right 54. Hey, tight.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Select the team you want to join. Start your season with recommended settings. If you wish to change roles or adjust options, use the tiles on the left. Start your week by installing your game plan. This is the player card. This is your development trait. Superstar.
Watch 54. Watch 54. Check down. Check down.
Carr now on first down. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Carr going to throw. 14 yards is the pick. Pick up there at a Raider first. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
I got you.
Express.
Now Carr under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Aaron Donald with a sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run.
Right down. 180.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he cuts it out to the sideline. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A big play there with his... Now we see a man who got a workout in last year's Super Bowl, Johnny Hekker, on to punt for the Rams. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taking it about the 16. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
You ain't doing nothing today. Shoot! Raider 8! Under 10! 10!
A quick throw here out to Brown. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Through one.